The human spirit, though resilient, is not immune to the wounds of adversity. Trauma, in its various forms, abuse, neglect, violence, can leave an indelible mark on a child's psyche, shaping their perceptions, emotions, and behaviors well into adulthood. This essay explores the complex link between early life trauma and criminal behavior. It delves into the science behind this connection, revealing how childhood adversity can increase the risk of individuals engaging in criminal acts later in life. Beyond the statistics, this essay seeks to illuminate the human stories behind the numbers. By shedding light on the profound impact of trauma, we can challenge punitive approaches to crime and embrace compassionate, preventative measures. This essay is a call for a more humane and just society, recognizing the importance of early intervention and trauma-informed care. The link between early life trauma and criminal behavior is confirmed by a growing body of research. Studies have consistently shown a strong correlation between childhood adversity and involvement in the criminal justice system. The Adverse Childhood Experiences (ACE) study revealed that individuals who experienced 4 or more categories of childhood trauma were significantly more likely to be arrested for violent crimes. This study highlighted the dose-response relationship between trauma and negative outcomes. Research has shown that specific types of trauma, such as physical abuse and neglect, are strong predictors of future criminal behavior. These forms of abuse can impact a child's developing brain, affecting areas responsible for emotional regulation, impulse control, and decision-making. The statistics paint a clear picture. Early life trauma is a significant risk factor for criminal behavior. However, it's crucial to remember that correlation does not equal causation.
To truly grasp the impact of early life trauma, we must move beyond statistics and delve into the lives of real individuals. Consider John, who grew up in a household marred by domestic violence and neglect. From a tender age, John witnessed his father abuse his mother. Home was a battleground where fear reigned. As a coping mechanism, John became withdrawn and detached. School offered little respite. John struggled academically, his undiagnosed learning disability fueling his frustration. He was bullied relentlessly, further eroding his self-worth. By adolescence, John was trapped in a cycle of anger, despair, and self-destructive behavior. He turned to drugs and alcohol to numb the pain, finding solace in the company of other troubled youth. It was during this time that John committed his first offense, a petty theft that spiraled into more serious crimes. John's story reflects the experiences of countless individuals ensnared in the criminal justice system, reminding us that behind every crime, there is often a history of profound pain and unaddressed trauma.
To understand how early life trauma can lead to criminal behavior, we must delve into the workings of the human brain. During the first few years of life, a child's brain undergoes rapid development, forming neural connections at an astonishing rate. When a child experiences trauma, it disrupts this developmental process. The constant flood of stress hormones can have a toxic effect on the developing brain, particularly areas responsible for emotional regulation, impulse control, and executive function. Trauma can impair the development of the hippocampus, crucial for memory and learning. This can lead to difficulties in forming secure attachments, regulating emotions, and navigating stressful situations. Children who experience trauma may struggle to form healthy relationships, cope with stress, and make sound decisions. Trauma can alter the brain's threat response system, making individuals hypersensitive to perceived dangers. This can lead to exaggerated fear responses, impulsive reactions, and difficulty distinguishing between real and perceived threats.
Recognizing the profound impact of trauma on the developing brain, Psychiatry plays a crucial role in addressing the needs of individuals who have experienced early life adversity.
By employing a trauma-informed approach, mental health professionals can help individuals heal from past wounds and build resilience.
Trauma-focused therapies, such as EMDR and TFCBT, have proven effective in treating trauma symptoms and reducing the risk of negative outcomes, including criminal behavior.
These therapies help individuals process traumatic memories, develop coping mechanisms, and regulate their emotions.
In addition to therapy, medication may be necessary to address co-occurring mental health conditions such as depression, anxiety, and PTSD.
By addressing these conditions, mental health professionals can help individuals manage their symptoms and reduce the likelihood of engaging in risky or criminal behavior.
Psychiatrists can also advocate for policies and programs that support trauma-informed care in various settings.
By promoting trauma-sensitive practices, we can create environments that foster healing, resilience, and positive social development.
Trauma-informed care in schools, juvenile justice facilities, and community centers can make a significant difference.
Together, we can create a more supportive and understanding society. Preventing the cycle of trauma and crime requires early detection and intervention for children at risk. By identifying signs of trauma early on, we can provide children with the support they need to heal and thrive. Schools, healthcare providers, and social service agencies play a crucial role in identifying children who may be experiencing trauma.
Educators can observe changes in a child's behavior, academic performance, and social interactions that may indicate underlying trauma. Early intervention programs such as home visiting and parent education programs have been effective in preventing child maltreatment and promoting positive parenting practices. These programs provide families with the support, resources, and skills they need to create safe, nurturing environments for their children.
Early childhood education programs that incorporate trauma-informed practices can help mitigate the effects of trauma and promote healthy social-emotional development. Trauma-informed care recognizes the widespread impact of trauma and understands potential paths for recovery. It emphasizes physical, psychological, and emotional safety for both service providers and survivors.
This approach shifts the focus from what's wrong with you to what happened to you. This shift can make a world of difference for individuals who have experienced trauma. It allows them to feel seen, heard, and understood, rather than judged or blamed. Trauma-informed care recognizes that traditional systems of care can often re-traumatize individuals.
Traditional disciplinary practices in schools, such as suspensions and expulsions, can be particularly harmful to children who have experienced trauma. By contrast, trauma-informed schools prioritize restorative justice practices that focus on repairing harm, building relationships, and creating a sense of community. Addressing trauma and crime requires a multifaceted approach that extends beyond psychiatry and into the fabric of our society. It demands a fundamental shift in how we view and respond to both trauma and criminal behavior.
We must move away from punitive approaches and embrace compassionate, restorative justice models that prioritize rehabilitation and healing. This requires investing in social programs that address the root causes of crime, such as poverty, lack of access to education, and systemic racism. By creating a more just and equitable society, we can reduce the likelihood of individuals resorting to criminal behavior.
We must advocate for policies that support families and children, such as affordable childcare, paid family leave, and universal pre-K. These policies can help alleviate stresses that contribute to child maltreatment and neglect, creating a more nurturing environment for all children. The journey from trauma to healing is not linear, nor is it without challenges. But amidst the complexities, there is always hope. By understanding the impact of trauma and embracing compassionate, trauma-informed approaches, we can create a brighter future for those impacted by early life adversity. Behind every statistic, There is a human being with a story of resilience and the capacity for healing. By listening to these stories and offering support without judgment, we can help individuals break free from the grip of trauma. The path forward is clear. Invest in prevention, prioritize early intervention, embrace trauma-informed care, and advocate for social justice. Together, we can create a world where every child has the opportunity to reach their full potential, free from the shadow of trauma.